What's up, YouTube? I was going to make a video today on the way I do my pattern micarta. I'm going to be doing a ladder pattern with red and blue cloth. I've seen quite a few micarta videos on YouTube, but figured I'd show my own method and the way I pattern it. This is a jig that I use to do the ladder pattern. You can see it has dowels on it. These are only 3/16 dowels, and they alternate, so you get a layer deformation where it pushes one down and raises one up, and when you sand that flat, it exposes those layers underneath just like you would in a billet of Damascus. But start with, just mix you some hardener in here. Not critical how much. The less you use, the longer it takes before it starts to harden. And this is polyester resin or fiberglass resin, like you buy in Home Depot or wherever. I use wax paper to lay mine on. But you can use, I've seen people use tin foil and stuff like that. I'm sure it works fine. Anyway, get that mixed up good. And take you a piece of cloth. What I do is I dump mine in the resin like that, and I bring it out and squeeze out the excess, and just straighten it out and lay it flat down on the wax paper. Then I grab the second layer and just lay it on top of that. I don't put the resin on each layer, just every other layer. It has plenty in it doing it that way. Basically what I'm trying to do is build up a layered billet about 1/2 of an inch thick or so. And that will allow me to have it thick enough to account for the material loss when I grind it flat to expose the ladder pattern. The possibilities for patterning are pretty much endless. You could put like ball bearings on a jig to make like a raindrop pattern. You could put various little random things there to make, random patterns. I'm not a big fan of the raindrop pattern. Just don't catch my eye good. Basically any pattern that you make with Damascus, you can make with this stuff. You want to be sure you use rubber gloves. This shit's pretty vicious. And put some old clothes on too. There's not a whole lot of working time with polyester resin, usually about 10 minutes. They say, I found it's a little bit less than that. So try to get it done as quick as you can. You'll notice the whole time you're working, the resin will start to warm up and get hot. It'll get to a point where it's starts to get a crystalline structure. You'll have like little pieces that feel like sand inside of it. Well, that's when you know you don't have long to work. If you do get a spot that looks a little bit dry, just wipe some resin from the surrounding area to it. Make sure it's thoroughly wetted. When you wrap this up and put it in a vise, it's going to squeeze resins basically throughout the whole stack or building or whatever you want to call it. And you'll have real thorough resin impregnation throughout. Now you can use basically any kind of cloth you want to. This is just something I bought at like a fabric store. I really don't even know what it's made out of. I have found that denim makes the toughest homemade micarta. And I've literally put it on my anvil and whacked it with the hammer and just kind of smeared it out. Never even really broke it. But this stuff here is pretty tough too. It's really hard to break, especially if it's attached to something like a knife handle or whatever. Yeah, I've got those areas that are not quite. Smear it out real good. Be sure to keep everything flat, kind of get all your bubbles and whatnot out of it. Stuff's starting to get really hot now. I'm not sure how much resin was in this little container. I just kind of poured some in here. Through past experience, I know about how much I need. Sometimes I don't use all of it, but it's better to have excess than not enough. About to the thickness that I need to be at. Make this the last layer. Alright, now, once you get your stack built, go ahead and just wrap it up in the wax paper. I used like 2 pieces. It's worked out pretty good. Really looks good to your fingers. And everything else. So at this point, I just put this whole bundle inside of my jig, like that, and squeeze it in the vise. Sorry, I don't have the vise in front. Now just let it set up. When it sets up, I'll be back with y'all. Alright, fellas, I got it out of the vise. And I just peel most of the wax paper off and then sanded an area flat. You can't really see it too good on here. I'll try to post some still pics of it, maybe you can get a better view. Like I say, the patterns are endless. You know, you can come up with whatever you want to do to make it, you know, whatever pattern you want to make. But that's basically my process. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.